Time for Mark Allen's Hometown Heroes on a Thursday. Brought to you by Roxbury Truck Repair, Thief River Falls Regional Airport, and Phillips Iron and Metal. Our hometown hero guest today is Thief River Falls Police Officer Ryan Bassett. Ryan, good morning.
Good morning.
Good to have you in. Thanks for stopping in today.
Not a problem. Thanks for inviting me.
You're welcome. We want to find out, we talk to you a lot on Legal Tuesday. We also have you on our Team 1230, but we don't often talk really about you. In fact, we probably haven't done that for a few years since you came here.
It's probably been a while.
Let's go back. Let's tell the folks those that don't know who Officer Ryan Bassett is. Where are you from? Where are you born and raised?
Wisconsin Rapids, Wisconsin. Middle of the state. I'm a long ways from home.
Okay.
About 8 hours.
All right. Graduated there?
Yep.
Okay. College?
St. Cloud State. And then graduated in 2001 and then went to Alex Tech for law enforcement skills for the summer of 2003. Graduated from there, got hired here in 2004.
Okay. When did you know you wanted to be in law enforcement?
High school.
High school?
Yep. That was
pretty
young.
Do you remember what it was that kind of either triggered it or made you think, yeah, this is what I want to do?
I was probably 16. I was kind of a rebel back then. I got in a little bit of trouble. Not a big deal then, I mean, this is way back and early 90s. And I got in trouble with the law, drinking, way back, underage. Yeah. And right there, that was kind of I think I want to do this. I'm not shy about saying it. People make mistakes. And I was a teenager. A
lot of teenagers make mistakes.
Yeah. So right at that point, that was it.
Okay, you thought, was it tough going through school, or were you pretty focused on this is what I'm going to do? And
yeah, I think a lot of it is when you get into like a 4-year college at St. Cloud or wherever you get there, you're young, impressionable, and you go out and party. Everybody parties and does all that when they get there. But in general, I was always a good student in high school, and same into college. I was pretty focused. Tried my best that I possibly could, I guess. And I did an internship in Waite Park, Minnesota with the police department there, and then kind of got introduced more into law enforcement. Okay. And stuff like that. Now,
because I've visited with you many times, you also worked was it a state penitentiary?
Yeah, I worked at 2. I worked I started in Lino Lakes prison, and then I transferred to St. Cloud prison.
Okay. Now, was that before you became a police officer?
Yeah.
Okay. So you look back at that. Was that a good thing, a learning experience, or was it a tough few years?
I will say this. I've got other friends that I speak to, and I wouldn't do it again. I would never go back working in prison. It's a tough job. It's depressing. Mm-hmm. I will say this, that it was a learning experience, and it did prepare me for where I am now. It taught me how to speak, verbal judo, as they call it, and because you're locked into a cell block with a lot of inmates, and you can't be aggressive. You just learn to kind of talk your way out of things and be fair, and treat them with respect because you're outnumbered, and it kind of teaches you to not be afraid. So kind of get over the nervousness of it all.
I would imagine initially there had to have been, you had been a little scared.
It's overwhelming.
It's overwhelming because of all of the number of criminals that are there.
Lino Lakes wasn't as bad, but then I got to St. Cloud, and then you're like, it looks just like Alcatraz. This from the movies. You're 3 tiers high, and these inmates are coming out walking at you, and some of them are doing life. Mm-hmm. They always kind of told you to hook your leg around the railing as you're kind of standing at the end of a top of a galley, because they could actually, some of these guys got nothing to lose. Pick you up and throw you over the railing. You're 3 tiers high, So
you always had to stay on your guard.
Always.
Very much so.
You never know. All of them, there's so many in there that have mental illnesses, and you never know what's going to happen.
So how long were you there?
Probably 2001 to 2004. Okay. Somewhere late 2001 into 2004 is 3 years.
Okay. And then you got out of there. Did you come directly up here after that? Okay.
I did.
Okay. So what brought you to this area? Just an open job, part of the area? What?
I met my first wife, whose father was the deputy chief here at the time. They had an opening. Al Melby had retired just prior to that.
Okay.
And then Mark Haugen was going to retire not long after that.
Mm-hmm.
So
I got you up here.
Got me up here.
Okay, all right. And you started in what, 04?
August of 04.
04, all
Yep.
right. And when you came to Thief River Falls, what do you think, your initial impressions of the community?
Nice town, good place to raise a family, easy to figure out geography. I mean, when you're a cop, that's kind of a few things that you look at is geography. How easy is it?
Mm-hmm.
What's the crime like? I mean, is it going to be difficult? All of it kind of blended. I mean, it was good. I didn't have any complaints. Got along with everybody at the department. I don't know. I just found my niche, I guess.
All right. Officer Ryan Bassett with the Thief River Falls Police Department is our guest on Hometown Heroes today. We're going to come back, find out, see if he's got any interesting stories from all the years of being a cop here in Thief River Falls in just a moment. Our show brought to you by Roxbury Truck Repair, truck shop, truck and trailer maintenance and repair. It's Roxbury Truck Repair, Thief River Falls Regional Airport with a hassle-free security and free parking. Be sure to check out the benefits of flying local. Thief River Falls Regional Airport, your front door to the rest of the world. And Phillips Iron and Metal. They accept all ferrous and non-ferrous metals, including but not limited to stainless steel, copper, brass, aluminum, lead, insulated wire, nickel, high-temp alloys, precious metals, etc. Whether you bring the materials to us or we bring us to you, we provide quality service at competitive pricing. Phillips Iron and Metal. Ryan Bassett, police officer here in Thief River Falls. Now, are you... from where you started to where you are now, have you moved in ranks, changed ranks?
No.
Are you a sergeant, or are you just police officer Ryan Bassett?
Patrolman.
Okay, patrolman.
Yep.
Are you happy there? Are you what's the future hold or for Ryan Bassett? I mean,
I'm here. I'm here to stay. So we'll see.
Okay.
You know.
How about we look back since 04 you came here? I know you can't talk about some things, but you must have had some interesting things happen throughout the years.
Yeah, many. I mean,
anything you can share with us this morning?
I've had a few. Probably my first couple of years were pretty exciting. We caught a couple of burglary suspects in the act when Super 1 was actually Super 1.
Mm-hmm.
People had broken in and caught them red-handed, right in the middle, ski mask and all, chased them down and stuff. And
just like in the movies, huh?
Just like in the movies. It was quite scary. But we caught him and ended up solving actually a bunch of burglaries in town.
Okay.
And ended up getting a commendation for that. And I've saved a couple lives, I guess, since I've been here.
Yeah. Well, that's a feel good, isn't it? I mean, that's when you look back and go, man, that makes you feel good about what you do.
Yes. And I almost, this is the key word, delivered a baby. My partners don't let me live that one down because I was so close. And it's kind of a big deal if that ever happens.
Oh, no doubt.
You get angels' wings or whatever on your uniform, and you pretty much, that's tough to beat.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. Hardest part of your job is what?
Dealing with civil issues.
Okay.
Folks that have civil problems. And it's hard for us because we're kind of the go-between, but we really can't get in the middle of civil issues. But they're looking for a solution. You got two angry people that, got a problem.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of that comes around to custody issues with children.
Yeah,
and it's hard for us to get in the middle of it. You got two parents that trying to co-parent or do the right thing, but you got one parent that disagrees and or they don't bring their kids back on time, and you got parents calling us. I've got no issue helping or trying to assist them with that, but it's very hard for us to interject in some of those civil issues because then we kind of go above our scope of what we can do, and actually we can get in trouble for that, trying to assert our authority and kind of civil problems.
Okay.
The other one is mental illness. Constant. I mean, it's not constant, but it's a hard part of our job is the unknown is how people are doing day to day or it's a hard job. I mean, you could go down any ER and anywhere in any city, and ours included. It's tough. They're dealing with either substance abuse or mental illness, and it's not an easy task.
Okay. On the brighter side, what's one of the better parts or the best part of your job?
I just said, saved a couple lives.
Okay.
Those are good times. I mean, those are, you wake up the next day and you feel pretty good about it.
Yeah. And you remember why you went into this profession?
Or you find a real bad guy, and you've been working on a case or something, and he or she has been just almost taunting or doing a lot of crime and you end up catching the person and throwing him in jail. And it's a good ending, It's part of the reason why you came to this job. And I'm not going to lie, it's some of the excitement.
Yeah. All right. If you had some advice to give a youngster, because police department, law enforcement in general, is not easy, and it's getting, I think, tougher all the time. If there's a youngster out there that maybe has an inkling to be helpful, to get into something like this, what kind of advice could you give them?
I would say, if it's something you really want to do, go into college, do an internship, find a department you can do an internship at, experience these things, do ride-alongs, do as much research as you possibly can. This job is becoming more dangerous as time goes on. It's nothing like when I started in 2004. We're scrutinized a lot more. Social media has really painted us in a different way at times, and it's tough. And it makes a lot of people not want to do it anymore. Yeah. It's not like when I started. It's been tough. So I would probably do that because you can hear about it. People can talk about experiences. You can talk to other officers. But if you can't take certain things or you're not willing to see things that normal human beings shouldn't see, then it's probably not a job for you.
Right.
And I hate to have someone experience something on the job and go and scare them. And be like, oh, I'm walking away. And
after putting all the training and the schooling in and then get out there.
Yep. Yeah. And when people do it, I totally respect that. People come into this job and they experience the one bad thing and they decide this isn't for me. I can't do it. And I respect that. I'm glad that they've made that decision to walk away when they haven't gotten themselves too deep into it. Mm-hmm. But I think, as internship, when I did my internship, I saw some things, and I realized, it's not so bad. I mean,
you could take it. And
you experience
okay
death and things like that, and it's not so bad. You can take that stuff. Yeah. So I would probably that'd be my number one thing is ride-alongs and probably internships to see what kind of department you want to work for.
Yeah, talking to the police officers, coming in and visiting with them a little bit.
It's a hard job, and you got to have the support behind you, 100%. Without my wife, I don't know how I'd be able to do it because she's amazing.
Support staff is important, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
All right. Ryan, thanks so much for coming in. I appreciate it. And thanks for being our hometown hero. Keep up the good work, and as always, stay safe.
Thanks. Thanks for having me.
Officer Ryan Bassett with the Thief River Falls Police Department. Our hometown hero today, brought to you by Roxbury Truck Repair, Thief River Falls Regional Airport, and Phillips Iron and Metal.